Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is Duplex Built to Rent. We have some fantastic questions from one of the guys in the school community here, and I'm going to go over some of these questions because these are some of the questions that I wish someone was there to answer for me when I first started, and I just felt weird, like I didn't know where to go for these answers, and I was just trying to figure out, dude, how does this work? So let's get into the questions. Let me minimize myself here and go on to that. Tunde says, "Man, I observed there is no electric yet. Do you typically delay this till the end, or is there any benefit of having a temporary electric line installed prior?" He goes on to say, "I have seen a few of those on some sites and wondering if there is any benefit, demerits of doing that." Let me tell you something, man, Tunde, there is no real benefit to you as the builder, as the investor, to putting in an electric pole, a temporary electric pole. There really isn't. Now, I've done this for 5 years now, and the only real benefit is that you have pretty much guaranteed electric power, right? But it's not, there's no, it doesn't offset the cost. So let me explain to you the cost. And really, this question is just a numbers answer, okay? So, McCoy's is one of the companies that provides electric poles here locally, and they'll come install it for you for an additional $150. I don't know what they're going to charge to install it, but it costs with taxes. It's going to be about $950. Okay. Now you can probably go to Lowe's, you can probably go to Home Depot, whoever you're going to be sourcing electric poles from. I'm not sure if those companies do it, but you're looking at $950, $1,000 just for the pole. Now, if you notice, there is no meter. So you still have to go through the electric company to request access for a temporary pole. They're going to give you a charge for that, which I didn't include in here. And then, of course, the inside of the box is empty, which means you have to hire an electrician to pull a permit for a temporary electric pole. So I'm being conservative here and I'm being way too generous. I'm telling you, I'm being way too generous here. The actual pole is going to cost you about $950. Someone to actually install it, 150, $450 for someone to go out there and use their tool machineries to install this thing properly. It has to be inspected by the electric company before they will put a meter on it, just to make sure it's not just wobbly or haphazardly put up, okay? Then the electrician has to pull a permit to be able to do it. $250 is probably not going to be enough for him to pull a permit and to actually put breakers on it and connect it. Then you have to think about it. It's like, do we want the electricity to come in over the top, or do we want the electricity to go under the bottom? Because that's going to be an additional charge if you're going to be going underground. Okay. Now, so we're looking at anywhere between $1,500. I know it says 1650 right here, but up to $2,000 to have temporary electric pole. Now, what benefit is it to me specifically as a builder? There really isn't, in my opinion, except for my contractors don't have to bring their own generator. But, over the course of time, I've learned my lesson, and this is what I do. Home Depot's got these nice $1,300 DeWalt generators. And I'm telling you that almost every contractor owns a generator. It's boggles my mind if they don't. Now, I have some, and in case of an extenuating circumstance, the contractors, like the middle of the day, for example, and their generator just they can't get it to come back on again, and they're like, "Hey, man, we need a backup generator because if we don't get one now, then we're just going to work a half a day. It's going to ruin the whole rest of the day. We can't figure this thing out, right?" So in an extenuating circumstance like that, I will let them borrow my generator, but I don't want to lend my generators to the contractors. Why? Because they don't take care of them. And then what? What am I going to do at the end of the workday? I'm going to go back out there and pick up my generator and bring it back out to them. If it runs out of oil, if there's any mechanical issues with it, I got to address them. Like I don't want to deal with that stuff. Or just trust that this guy's going to take it with him. You can't leave a generator on the job site. It's going to grow legs and will not be there in the morning. It's going to get stolen pretty much. So I make the contractors do it. So what does Juan do? I make the contractors bring their own. It's simple. They all own their own generators anyway. I'm telling you right now, they all own their own generators. Now, Having the contractors work with their own generators is going to get you through the foundation. Okay, the plumbers who do the plumbing ground, they own their own generators. The foundation guys are going to be putting in the forms and all that stuff. They own their own generators. The framing guys that are out there right now, they own their own generator. The roofing company guys, they have a generator. All the way through the MEP rough heads, we're talking about the mechanical, the electrical, and the plumbing. Those guys all own their own generators. And by now, we have the meter loops in. Everything is set up. It's been inspected, and then we just get the meters put in, and then we have electricity at the property. So it's that simple. So the second part of Tunde's question here says, how do you secure your delivered materials, especially when the doors and windows are not installed yet for security? For example, those windows delivered early, do you relocate them or other easily stolen order items like fixtures? Even after the window installation, do you use site security cameras? Good neighbors, any advice on site security in general? So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. Now, I am very cost conscious, very cost conscious, and it's a function of like having to do this repetitively. And so let me tell you what Juan does. Juan goes to Amazon, and man, I look, I'm going to link to this thing. I've linked to this thing, but here's the thing. You can go to Dollar Tree, and if you don't have a Dollar Tree locally, you can probably just go to Amazon. These are dummy fake security cameras. This is expensive. Like you can go to Dollar Tree and get some of these for like $1.25 or $1.75. You can look at these. These are $20, but like we buy like I have like maybe like 10 cameras. They're all fake. They're all fake Dollar General cameras that cost me $1.25. And basically what you do is you put in a battery in them, and there's a little red blinking light that just constantly blinks. Okay, you see this right here? These little lights constantly blink, and that's all it is. It's just a fake camera that blinks red all the time, and it is a very good vandalism and theft deterrent. It really genuinely is. I don't tell the contractors that they're fake. I don't tell anybody except for you guys that these cameras are fake. Okay? I want everyone to think that these are legit, genuine cameras that are recording everything that's happening on the job site. And so that's what Juan does. Now you can go through T-Mobile, you can go through Verizon, you can go through any of the major companies, and they'll sell you cameras that actually come with their own SIM card, and that means that they don't need Wi-Fi. That means that they have like their own mobile connection to satellite, and they'll record for you. Motion detected, motion detector type cameras. You can use some of those hunting cameras. You know what I mean, to kind of get it if you really want to go that route. But for me, it's really not that big of a deal, honestly. Have I had stuff stolen from job sites in the past? Yeah, it sucks, but I've just really just upped the number of cameras, and we haven't had any theft recently. So what I do now is, because we always have a dumpster on site, and you probably are, if you're building a new construction duplex project of any sort, really, you're gonna have at least a dumpster out there at any given time. And so what I do is get the ones that have the little magnets on them, and I just put them on the dumpsters. And I just tell the dumpster guy not to take them with him, and just switch them over. Uh, they're hard magnets, and then they'll just get switched over. So that's really what I do for the security systems for the job sites. And then once we're done with the MEPs, right? Because we have the air conditioning, we have the so at the framing stage, once the siding is in and we're completely done with that portion of it, the front doors and the side doors are in. We get door locks right away. Like there's nothing like it's time to just lock up the place. Why? Because now you have your mechanical rough in has the coils and the furnace in the attic. That's a pretty big ticket item if it gets stolen. Sometimes the plumbers will put in the water heaters in. You have stuff that can be stolen. It's just easier to just lock the place up and then just put like a security camera outside, so that people just automatically deter. These look pretty legit. So that's what we do, man. Tunde, I really appreciate your questions, man. Keep bringing them up. I'm excited to answer them, but these are small little questions that I used to have when I first started too, man. And over the course of 5 years, I guess, so as far as we've been doing this, This is what I'm doing now. Hopefully that helps you. Thanks again. I'll talk to you guys soon.